Now, I wanted to make this brief video to talk about some of the social activities that you can do when you come to America. Now, as a student, it's never all work and no play. You have to have a balanced lifestyle, especially when you are in a foreign country. So the thing is finding out what types of things are there to do in the city that you go to. Now, understand this. Like anywhere else in the world, the cities are going to have all the action. They're going to have all of the sporting events, all the activities, the art groups and things like that. Whereas the further away from the city you are, the thinner that you'll find these activities are. So let's say, for example, if you go to school in a rural community, it only has like 500 people in the town, you might not be able to find a ping pong club or things like that, whatever. However, if you go to a place like New York or Washington, D.C. or Chicago or Los Angeles, anything you want, you can find there. You can even find things that you don't want. So the thing is, the bigger cities are generally a bit easier for some foreign students because, everything's right in front of them. Classic example. If you live in New York City, if you live in New York City, as a student, there's no pressure for you to get a car because in New York, you can get everything right there. There's no pressure for you to get a car. However, there are some places outside the city where things are literally kind of far. So you have to drive to get them. Now, you do have things now like DoorDash and Uber Eats and delivery and stuff like that. But still, when you're outside the city, that means cars. Now, another thing that happens is that the cities have vast transportation systems, like New York City, for example. New York City's transit system, bus and train system, you'll get lost in it. So there's so many buses and trains that go everywhere you want to go. Or if not, you can hop in an Uber, especially if you're going to school like really in the city, like Manhattan. All right. Activities. If you like certain sports, bigger cities and even some of the smaller towns, they have sports teams, sporting events, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, hockey, tennis, whatever you like, they have them in most places. So you want to look at these places and see, okay, where are these activities? And are there a lot of activities in the town I want to go to? What do young people do for fun? What do students do in the case of this, that, whatever? So you want to make sure that you're staying on top of that. All right. So I'll give another example of somebody who went to school in a small town in Minnesota, and beautiful town, beautiful scenery. But the problem is it was far. It was like somewhere far near a lake. All right. And he said that there was nothing to do on the weekend except fish. And there were no other stores in his area. He had to drive far to get things, and it was miserable. And that, in the end, affected his grades because you can't have a healthy student life if you don't have a balance. So if on the weekends you're not able to go out and have some fun or do things, then how do you expect to go to class on Monday and be the best student or be the top student? All right? So definitely you want to make sure you are looking at these towns. That's why I always say, go to Google, go to some of these other websites, talk to some friends and see, hey, how is the life in this town? How is the life in this town? Are people friendly? Are there things to do? Are there sports teams? This, that, whatever. All right? So definitely I would for sure keep doing your checks, keep expanding and looking at your options in these cities. But also, please, look at some of the social activities that go around in that city. Are these some of the social activities you want to take part of? Is it too fast for you? Is it too slow? But rest assured, everything is there for you. You just pretty much got to go out there and look. All right? Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. And we'll get to roll on the next discussion.